Chatz Abroad with Chatz with Charnie. Today we have a guest all the way from the Cayman Islands, Zifikile. I'm so excited to have her here. I know that there are so many CAs and article clerks who are currently on their way to the Cayman Islands or have heard about opportunities there. So without any further
Mm-hmm.
ado, Zifikile, tell us about yourself and tell us where you are currently in the Cayman Islands and what you're doing.
Hi guys, like Shani said, my name is Zifikile, and I know her because I went to university with her at the University of the Western Cape. She
Okay.
actually gave me a baby shower. I was very happy about. I was pregnant in my honors year, and they threw me a baby shower. It was amazing. I bawled my eyes out that day, but I really appreciated it.
Another thing
And
about Zifikile wrote her like exams, her honors exams, right after she gave birth. Like she
yeah,
was
I gave birth.
video gold, and oh my word.
I gave birth on the Saturday, and then I think Tuesday I was writing an exam. It was
Oh,
hard, but doable. Anyways,
big
I'm
ups.
Zifikile Kudene, and I'm from Eastern Cape in South Africa. And I've been in Cayman Islands for 2 years now, almost 2.5 years. I think I'm going to finish that in the next month. And I'm in Grand Cayman, Cayman Island. That's the biggest one out of all the islands. We have Grand Cayman, Little Cayman, and Cayman Brac. So yeah, I've been working in KPMG, Cayman Islands, for the past 2.5 years, but I'm moving on to other opportunities. It's been amazing. I've been with KPMG for over 5 years, but it's time for
Wow.
me to also. I'm still within Cayman Islands, but I'm moving on to other things.
That is awesome news. And I think it's so awesome when we actually move out of something that we're comfortable with and into something new, which is exactly what you did when you left Cape Town and you moved over to the Cayman Islands. So tell me, how did
Yeah,
that opportunity actually arise and why did you choose the Cayman Islands? I'm sure there were other opportunities, so why did you choose the Cayman Islands?
actually, I didn't choose Cayman Islands. I
Oh,
think
it
it
chose you.
because you know those all office emails that they send out at the end of the articles to say there's this job opportunity here and there. So they sent out an email saying there was an opportunity in Cayman Islands. And I hadn't gotten a job by then because I wasn't sure what I really wanted to do after
Yeah.
articles. I didn't know if I wanted to remain in articles. I didn't know if I wanted to go into industry. So it's like, let me try this out. I only heard about Cayman Islands on movies where they tell you where to hide your money in the offshore accounts. That's where I heard about it, but I didn't know anything about it. So I was like, okay, let me do this. I applied and I did some research on Cayman Islands. Mind you, I didn't know anybody in Cayman Islands. And my dad
Oh
was like,
goodness.
are you sure this is it? Are you sure they're not going to kidnap you? Like,
Oh,
I've
like
been
it's a
with KPMG
scam
for
or
6
something.
years. So they start to kidnap me now. So I just ignored all of that. And I did my
Yeah.
research. I always wanted to live in a smaller area or smaller place. And I saw that the population was like 60,000 people. I was like,
Wow.
this is interesting. And I always wanted to specialize in financial services. So I was like, oh, this is a financial services hub. It's also small. It's a beautiful island. Why not? And it's close to most places I can always travel. So I was like, let me do this. I applied and then I got the first interview and they called me back for the second one. And
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome. And now
the
2.5 years
rest.
later, I can only imagine like living at the beach. Like I see your Instagram and you are always wearing a different bikini or like a one piece. You're always out there on the boats, living it up, living your best life. Like I see you, girl. I see you. And speaking about living it up, like on these boats and on the beach and everything, what is your quality of life
Yeah.
being in the Cayman Islands compared to when you lived in South Africa?
Oh man, I'm sure you know what's happening in South Africa when it comes to women. So I love being in Cayman Islands. I love how safe it is. I love how I can just
Yeah.
leave my car and not have to worry that someone is going to do something to it. So I love the safety aspect of it. And in terms of finance, obviously it's improved way more than I would have in South Africa because
Preach it, girl.
so I was able to invest more. I was able to save more. So the quality of life was way better than South Africa. Not to say South Africa's quality of life is not good, but I'm just saying for me personally, it was better than being in South Africa. Yeah.
And how many places have you traveled to? I know you've been to America. I'm not sure what other countries you've been to, but how often have you been traveling? Where have you been going to? Like, what's your favorite place you've been to so far?
I haven't traveled a lot actually, but 2020 was supposed to be my travel year.
Wasn't it going to be for all of us?
COVID happened, but the countries that I can recall at the top of my mind, I've been to the US, I've been to Thailand, I've
Oh,
been to
lovely.
Cuba, I've been to Doha and Dubai, and I loved Cuba though. That was my ultimate favorite. I just
Oh,
love friendly people are there. I love how small it is and how family orientated it is. So that was my favorite out of
and
all the
how was the
places.
food? How was the food in Cuba?
Oh, that's terrible. It was the worst. The food was the worst. I'm sorry, guys. That was
Did
true.
not
I
expect
got
that.
I got food poisoning the first day I went there because
Oh
I ate food
no.
from there. You need to be very careful with food when you're traveling,
Oh
especially
no,
if you have a
really?
sensitive stomach.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
so food, no, but the place, it was
It's
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And then what do you, besides your son and besides your family, because I know you miss him the most, what do you miss the most
Yeah.
about South Africa?
Food in South Africa is the best, I think, compared to anywhere else in the world. Yeah, in my opinion.
So what
In my opinion,
exactly, what item of food do you miss the most though?
I
So
miss
like,
samp and beans and
ah,
stew beef. Yeah, that's the
so like the
best.
good home cooked meals. Like I feel you on
Yeah,
that one. Like the next time I go home,
but
like my mother has to make curry and everything for me.
Simple Asia and Nando's, I miss
Ah,
those. My God, I can
oh no, you don't have
explain.
Nando's?
No, it's so bad. We don't even have McDonald's in Cayman Islands. That's how bad it is. But
So
yeah,
then
it's a beautiful.
what type of takeaways do you then have there that like South Africans would be familiar with? Do you have Burger King, KFC? Or is it more like
Yeah,
American like stuff like Wendy's and Popeyes and stuff like that?
yeah, more American. So they have Pizza Hut, KFC, Wendy's. What else? Oh, Popeyes. So they don't
I
really
love
have
me some
the
Popeyes.
places that. Oh, really?
Uh, I
I
do,
don't
I
like.
do like Popeyes. Like the chicken is not like I love the chicken, and then they have like this new chicken burger that I actually do like. It's not as good as like the KFC tower meal, for example, but it's still tasty. But they don't have
I
McDonald's
think
and Nando's.
different. The one here, I don't know, because
Oh
I.
no!
But they introduced this chicken sandwich, and I actually enjoyed it. They introduced
Yeah.
recently, yeah, and I enjoy that. But anything else, no.
Oh my word. And then Zifikile, in
I'm
closing with
very
regards.
food, so I don't just eat anything. So I don't
No,
enjoy
and it's
most of
right.
the.
And it's right. It's
Yeah,
right.
and most of the stuff here is imported, so like
Oh, of
you get
course.
it frozen. So it's not really that fresh. That's why I'm saying African food is the best because you get everything fresh. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
I
yeah,
completely understand.
I miss my family, but I get to go home twice a year. But this year I wasn't able to because the
Mm,
borders are
COVID.
closed. Yeah, but it's been good. I've been enjoying being indoors for some reason. So
Wait,
yeah,
Zifikile, don't lie. You haven't been indoors the whole time. I saw you came from a vacation yesterday.
in quarantine, go any. I think we were
Oh,
in
yeah.
quarantine the end of May. I could be wrong. End of May, beginning of June. And
Oh,
I was
okay.
enjoying working out at home. It was the
So
best.
nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's
I
so
don't
nice.
much as I used to before quarantine. So yeah, it's saving me. It's saving me money.
I know all about that. I used to eat out so often before we had to quarantine, and then I just ended up saving so much money from staying at home and having to cook my own meals and things like that. So I completely
Yeah.
get that. And then,
Mhm.
Zifikile, in closing with regards to our questions, what
Yeah.
advice would you give South Africans that are at home who are in audit or not in audit? What advice would you give them if they're considering moving abroad and thinking if they should or if they shouldn't? What would you tell them?
Honestly, I would say just take a leap of faith. Have a little faith and believe in yourself. Believe that you'll make it out there. Believe that your personality is as good as you think it is in terms of making new friends, in terms of meeting people. It's very easy to meet people because people are always interested in finding out about other people from other countries. So
That's
no
true.
one is be like, oh no, you're not gonna be my friend. You're gonna find friends. You're gonna find people that are close to you, people that are your support structure, even if you don't have family. So just take that leap of faith and go for it. If you wanna do it, just do it. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of money or you don't have a lot of money. Most companies offer relocation costs, so that will cover you. So you should be good. Just try, just do it. Don't think about it too much. Just do it. Research, do your research, find out what the place is about, find out what happens, find out what the people are like, find out what they do for fun, and if that matches with your personality or the kind of person that you are, and then just go for it. That's what I did. So that's the advice I would give to someone
There you heard it.
who's looking.
Research, 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 and do it. Go for
Yeah.
it the same way
Don't know.
Zifikile has.
Because if you start to overthink things, you'll never do anything. You'll never
That's
do it.
true.
Yeah.
And the fear will grip you, and then you'll become paralyzed, and you'll just stay in your comfort zone for the longest time, and you'll never see all the beautiful things that you were actually meant to see.
Exactly. And there's so much beauty outside of South Africa. There's so much better things that you can do outside of South Africa. You can always go back
That's
and
true.
you a better person. You've improved yourself. You're in a better space. You don't have to go to a fund accountant role. You can elevate your career quicker. So just do it. That's my advice.
There we go. Just do it.
Right?
Okay, and now it's time for our 30-second rapid question. So Zifikile has 30 seconds to answer as many questions as she can. Our previous guest, Zifikile, got 6 questions. So it's up
Yeah.
to you to try and get more than that. So let me know when you can see my screen and then we'll start.
I can
You
see your
see?
screen.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So, favorite city in the world?
Um, Grand Cayman.
Favorite foreign meal or dish?
uh, oh my God, I can't think. Move on.
So, the furthest you've ever traveled?
America.
Favorite South African dish?
I'm not sure, but you guys don't know what that is. 7 beans.
Next travel destination?
Man, you're ending.
Oh my word, Zifikile, no, 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 no. So Zifikile, you you got 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna give you the fourth one. Even though I didn't hear the answer, I know that you answered it. So you got 4. So
Not
that
bad.
would
It's
say
the
let's
thought
work
that
on
counts.
what we think about in terms of our travels. But yes, yes, 4 is not bad typically
That
at
went,
all. At least you have something to think about now.
yeah, that went too quickly. I thought 30 seconds was longer than that.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for doing this session with me with regards to the Cayman Islands and just sharing your journey, things that you've learned, and also giving encouragement to the South Africans back home who are wondering about moving abroad or wondering about the Cayman Islands. I think you definitely shed some light on it, definitely gave me information that I didn't know about with regards to the Cayman Islands. So thank you
Yeah.
so much. I wish you all the best with your new venture. I don't know where you're going, but I know it's going to be great. And it's a positive move because I know that you're somebody who's responsible and makes good decisions. So I wish you all the best and I pray that God really takes care of you and your family and that you're blessed in this new step in your life.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for this platform. I think it will really be helpful to a lot of people because
Thank you.
a lot of people don't know where to go when they're looking to move to other countries, or they don't know people like us who are moving to other countries. It's also important because the color of your skin does matter irrespective of where you go. So you have
Very
to
true.
take that into consideration. So I really appreciate this platform, and I think it's going to help a lot of people.
Thank you so much, Zifikile. Have an awesome time. Bye, girl.
Bye.
Bye.